As a diehard Bulls fan, you already know I had to make a video on Lonzo Ball. Now, before we start, everybody, it's your boy STG up in here, and I really would love your guys' help, man. I started a brand new channel about a month ago called STG Hoops, and the channel, just 1 month in, is actually starting to grow. It's super humbling. People are coming into the videos. The algorithm is, showcasing the videos to people, and it's so like humbling, man. Like I haven't felt like this in a long time. And if you are a fan of this channel and you've been part of Team STG from the beginning, which you have, if you're watching this video, you obviously have, just by subscribing to that channel, it would mean the world. This channel ain't going anywhere, but man, that channel is starting to glow up, bro, and having Team STG join in that would be epic, bro. So the link is in the bio. It takes 2 seconds to just click it, click subscribe, hit those notifications, because we are posting very consistently on that channel now, and having y'all a part of the growth of that channel would mean so much, because you guys are truly the real OGs, and y'all have been there since day one, and y'all are my family. I'm talking to you like my bros. You guys are my family. So your support there would mean a lot. And just subscribe, like the videos, all that. You already know how it is, man. But it would mean a lot because people are starting to join that train. But I want y'all to be a part of it because you truly are my OGs, day ones, Team STG. But this channel ain't going anywhere. I like these one-on-one video discussions. That's for this channel. Lonzo Ball, everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna link it, all that good stuff. Just that would mean the world, guys. But let's talk about Lonzo Ball, because Lonzo Ball is somebody who the Chicago Bulls literally signed a couple years ago, and it was a very interesting summer. I remember it vividly because we had money to spend, and the seasons prior just weren't doing it. Names such as Denzel Valentine, and you may not even know who that is if you're not a Bulls fan. You know what I'm trying to say? Zach LaVine was pretty much on an island, having a great season, but just playing alongside people that just weren't getting the job done alongside him. You know what I'm trying to say? It was really actually frustrating, to be honest. It was really frustrating. Like, the team just was not getting the job done. And, they obviously weren't a playoff team, and Zach LaVine never even made it to the playoffs as a Bull, but you already know that he started getting better and better, and now eventually he got the max contract. But that summer, two years ago or so, was pivotal because the Chicago Bulls actually made some pretty big moves. And the moves that they made actually set up the core that they are now. So obviously, before the summer started, they got Vucevic in a trade. That was big. They traded Wendell Carter, a pick, which would have been this year's pick, and they got, an all-star as in Vooch. And they re-signed Vooch, just recently, which I'm actually happy for. If you a Bulls fan, people are conflicted. I'm happy we got Vooch. He's a top 10 center, has a lot of skill set, and I'm happy we kept him. But nonetheless, they picked up two huge studs that summer. DeMar DeRozan was a big one, right? And we don't know if he's going to get an extension or whatever, but he's obviously showcased how pivotal he is and how great of a player he is, even this, late into his career. And then we picked up Lonzo Ball for a 4-year deal. And, as a Bulls fan, that was exciting because you have Zach LaVine, future max player, which he's a max player now. You have DeMar DeRozan, easily a Hall of Fame stud. You have Vucevic, who was, a multiple-time All-Star at the time of us signing him. And now you have somebody to orchestrate that offense. It was such a good time, a good summer as a Bulls fan. And you're like, bro, this team has a lot of potential. Because even at that time, some people valued Lonzo Ball, some people didn't value him, you know what I'm saying? But if you look at what Lonzo Ball was able to do, every season he got better and better from shooting beyond the arc. He changed his shot and made it work, bro. And that's something that a lot of people don't realize, how much work and effort he put into shooting the ball. He already was a very gifted passer. But bro, when my man came to the Bulls and started that season, it was literally one of the greatest times as a Bulls fan since Derrick Rose. Why am I saying that? Because, bro, Chicago Bulls basketball became fun again. We were literally, up until Lonzo's injury, we were the number one seed. Number one, bro, seed in the East. We were the best team in the league. I remember it vividly, bro. We were beating the best teams. We were beating that super stacked Brooklyn Nets team. We were beating like Milwaukee. There was a stretch where we beat the top teams in the NBA for multiple games in a row. We were undefeated against Brooklyn, actually, and that's when they had Kyrie and the whole squad, and it was just a good feeling. And Lonzo Ball was a huge pivotal aspect of that, bro. There's a player I remember vividly, bro. Lonzo Ball gets the ball and he just throws it. He gets a rebound and just throws it across the court, and Zach LaVine gets the catch and gets a crazy reverse slam dunk, and that's what we wanted to see, and that's what we saw. It was beautiful. And not to mention the shooting aspect, Lonzo Ball was shooting that rock like none other, bro. He was splashing, having a career high. He was over 40%, shooting from that three-point shot. It was beautiful to see, and we were like, yo, this Bulls team, obviously Zach's gonna get his first playoff appearance, which he did. They only won one game against the Bucks that year. Regardless, because we were like an 8 seed. We went all the way down. Nonetheless, we knew we were going to make the playoffs, but we were like, we may actually be able to get a push with this squad because DeMar DeRozan played way better than we thought he was going to play, because he went back to his initial position at a small forward. He didn't like playing the PF with San Antonio. I'm sure he would have loved to play with San Antonio now, right, with Victor. But regardless, guys, Lonzo Ball was a huge piece of that offense, and when Lonzo went down, it was very hard, and we just could not recuperate. We had to mix point guards. We had like at one point like 5 point guards, bro, but they just didn't get the job done. We had Kobe White. If you're a Bulls fan, you know who he is. We re-signed him. He's great shooter, potential point guard experience. Potential now. He got a lot better, but he just didn't fit the bill initially. You know what I'm trying to say, dude? I didn't even mention Caruso. We also picked up Caruso, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Caruso, of course, had to play the point at times. But, Caruso is a great player, but he just is not that, pass-first player that Lonzo Ball is. Caruso is a defensive, all-around player. I'm not hating on him. He's a champion, you know what I'm trying to say? But Lonzo Ball was just very, very talented at that point guard-specific role. And he had great defense, too, which a lot of people don't talk about, right? So we had Kobe White. The following year, we got Ayo Dosunmu. Love him. Re-signed him. Was great to see. We just tried an experiment. We had Patrick Beverly, Pat Bev last year. We had all these different type of experimentations in regards to that point guard role. But it just wasn't Lonzo and what Lonzo brought to the table. He unlocked and unleashed a Zach LaVine. You know what I'm trying to say? And even I'll give Pat Beverly some props, because after Pat Bev joined the Bulls last season, halfway into last season, post All-Star numbers, Zach LaVine was by far the best Bull. 27 points a game or something like that. Easy All-Star. Killed it in the play-in game against, Atlanta. We saw what he could do when you have a point guard in that squad and when he wants to be, the A player, right? Not to say he is, but he has those sparks, right? But he needs a point guard. So losing Lonzo Ball was tough, year one. And obviously, last year was tough, no Lonzo Ball. And then this year, we obviously saw the $10 million tax exemption that the Bulls got, because Lonzo Ball most likely ain't playing this season. And that's going to be, year 3? And he signed a 4-year deal. So all to say, it's tough being a Bulls fan, obviously. But it's even more tough losing a player who just brought so much energy and spark to this team. And it's going to be another one of those, what if Lonzo Ball never got hurt? Just as, what if Derrick Rose never got hurt? What if Brandon Roy never got hurt? You know what I'm trying to say? It's going to be one of those. Now, I will say, technology, medicine, is a lot different than it was 10 years ago in the case of Brandon Roy, etc. Maybe even Derrick Rose. You know what I'm trying to say? People come back with the ACLs and you would never even tell. Or Achilles injuries like Kevin Durant. It's insane. But he's built different. And Derrick Rose is still playing. You love to see it. So because of modern medicine really evolving, I'm not going to rule Lonzo Ball out forever. You know what I'm trying to say? What he's going through is not easy, similar to Brandon Roy. And they're going to try to do a similar surgery, I believe. And they're going to try to mess with the cartilage, remove the cartilage, or just do. I'm not a doctor, bro. I was supposed to be. It didn't happen, right? But they're going to try to get him to come back. Is he going to be the same player? We don't know. He had a lot of hops. I don't know if he's going to have those hops. It's not likely that he comes back, but I'm not ruling it out. And maybe he comes back next season. We'll see. Maybe he'll play the same. Maybe he won't. We'll see. But I'm happy for Lonzo Ball in the sense that he recently posted some content on Instagram and stuff like that, him dancing with his girlfriend and stuff like that. Just makes me happy that he has a positive outlook on it. I know it's not easy. Your younger brother literally get a max deal, LaMelo, and it's tough, man. It's tough because you grew up hooping, you were raised to hoop, and you were raised to perform at a high level, and he did. Number 2 pick, you know what I'm trying to say? It was great to see, but obviously a very tough situation. But I'm very proud that he has a positive mindset. And, you know, he's gonna do what he can to come back. He's gonna do what he can to come back. And if he comes back, great. And if he doesn't, I think we can all attest to how good of a player he was when he was playing, and how unselfish as a player that he was, and the improvements and strides that he made that would be great to see so many other players do. You know, if other players in modern NBA can make those strides as Lonzo Ball did, that's a huge win. And that's what earned him a lot of money. So, tough news as a Bulls fan, but I had to make this video and just kind of vent a little bit, but just kind of share my thoughts on the whole Lonzo Ball situation. I'm rooting for him and I'm wishing him the best. In the comments down below, let me know if you think Lonzo Ball is actually going to make a comeback. Is he done? What do you think in the comments down below? Obviously, Carter is our new point guard for the Bulls, so hopefully we wish and root him the best. But with that being said, let me know in the comments down below. Like this video if y'all enjoyed. And once again, everybody, STG Hoops, subscribe to that channel, show some love, comment on the videos, be a part of that growing family. We still kept the STG in the name, but really focusing on growing that channel. And y'all support would mean the world. But you know what I'm trying to say? I'm kind of ranting here, not venting here, but you know, one of the latest videos, I'm just talking to y'all like my family, because that's what we do here, and that's what we want to do there too. But one of the latest videos just like picked up steam, bro, like out of nowhere. This channel has like no subscribers, you know, like 100 subscribers, right? And the channel overnight on Jordan Poole that I made literally started getting like, you know, 700 views, you know, within 24 hours. And I know that's not what that's, you know, compared to what we used to get at STG, it's little, right? But in the past 4 or 5 years, it's a lot, man. And I felt like a little kid. 2 a.m. refreshing my phone, 4 a.m. refreshing my phone, and seeing the views grow. And you know, it just brings back those old days of good times of growing a channel. And you know, I'm not taking that for granted. Not taking that for granted. So we're gonna really focus in growing that channel, and you know, and obviously continue this channel. And you know, maybe organically that channel grows and we bring people here too, so we can have these one-on-one talks, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, bro. I love talking hoops, but I love talking to y'all on the camera too. So y'all keep it real, Team STG, and I'll see you on the next video, everybody. Peace.